Sanders and AOC aren't just going after Republicans. They've also been critical of their own party, and they're not alone.
Many Democrats, including Democrats in Colorado, say the party just is not meeting the moment. Denver 7's Brandon Richard takes a look at why they're so frustrated.
Let's talk about money in Congress, because this isn't just about dollars and cents. It's about power, priorities, and perspective. Members of Congress earn a base salary of $174,000 a year. That's over 3 times what the average American makes in a year. But for congressional leaders, the pay is even higher. The Speaker of the House makes $223,500 a year, and majority and minority leaders rake in $193,400 annually. These are salaries funded by taxpayers, by people who are working hard every single day just to keep their heads above water. And while these paychecks are guaranteed and comfortable, the rest of us don't have that luxury. But here's the kicker. Many members of Congress come into office already wealthy. We're talking millionaires, people with expansive investment portfolios, real estate empires, and businesses that churn out profits. And somehow, once they're in office, their wealth often grows. Why? Because they have access to insider information, privileged connections, and opportunities that most Americans can only dream of. Laws like the Stock Act exist to prevent insider trading, but enforcement is weak at best. And let's be real, does a slap on the wrist truly deter people who have so much to gain? If anything, the system seems rigged in their favor. Now, if you look at financial disclosures, the numbers are staggering. Some of the wealthiest members of Congress have net worths that climb into the hundreds of millions. Senator Mark Warner of Virginia is estimated to have a net worth of over $200 million. Nancy Pelosi, who's been a household name for years, reportedly has a net worth of over $100 million. And those are just 2 examples. The list goes on and on. Meanwhile, there are members who claim they represent the working class, yet they're raking in profits from investments and ventures that have absolutely nothing to do with the struggles of their constituents. And let's not forget the perks. Members of Congress aren't just collecting salaries. They get generous pensions, top-tier healthcare plans, and allowances for travel and office expenses. These benefits come on top of the opportunities outside of their official duties. Book deals bring in big money. Paid speaking engagements can earn them tens of thousands per appearance. And then there's lobbying, a lucrative post-Congress career path. Many former members become lobbyists, earning 6-figure salaries to influence the very system they used to be a part of. It's a revolving door that keeps the money flowing and the power concentrated among the elite. But this isn't just about the perks. They're part of a much larger issue. The wealth in Congress creates a massive disconnect. How can someone worth millions truly understand what it's like to live paycheck to paycheck? How can they make decisions about healthcare, wages, or education when they've never had to worry about those things themselves? It's not just about the money they make, it's about the perspective they lack. And that lack of perspective shows in the policies they push or in the policies they fail to push. They're out here debating issues that affect our daily lives, yet their decisions often protect their own financial interests rather than addressing the challenges we face. Let's talk about influence for a moment. The influence of corporate money, donations, and lobbying. Campaign funds are dominated by big money, ensuring that the voices of the wealthy drown out the rest of us. Politicians make promises, but when the rubber meets the road, their loyalty often lies with the corporations and billionaires funding their campaigns. It's not just individual greed, it's a systemic issue. Money drives decisions, and the gap between Congress and the people they're supposed to represent grows wider with every election cycle. So what can we do about it? First, transparency has to be a priority. Financial disclosures should be easily accessible, and the public should actively scrutinize them. We have the right to know where our representatives' money is coming from and whether it's influencing their decisions. Second, laws like the Stock Act need real teeth. It's time to demand stronger enforcement to prevent insider trading and conflicts of interest. Third, we need to rethink how campaigns are funded. Big money dominates politics, but it doesn't have to. It's up to us to push for campaign finance reform that prioritizes people over profits. But this isn't just about holding Congress accountable. It's also about holding ourselves accountable. We need to stop electing representatives who don't understand or address the challenges everyday Americans face. It's time to demand more from the people we put in power. Staying informed, staying engaged, and refusing to settle for the status quo are critical steps. The change we want starts with us. And let's not forget the hard questions. The next time you hear a politician say they're fighting for you, take a closer look. What does their voting record say? What do their financial disclosures say? Who's funding their campaigns? These questions matter because they reveal the truth behind the promises. And the answers are the first step toward change. This conversation isn't just about money, it's about trust. How can we trust our leaders to represent us when they're so disconnected from our reality? How can we believe they'll fight for us when their lives look nothing like ours? We deserve better, and it's up to us to demand it. Let's start asking the tough questions, pushing for real accountability, and demanding a system that works for everyone, not just the wealthy and well-connected. Because at the end of the day, we're the ones paying the price for their decisions. And if we don't speak up, if we don't demand better, nothing will change. It's time to wake up, get informed, and push for the change we need. Together, we can make it happen. All right, that's a wrap for today's discussion, but don't let the conversation end here. Take what we've talked about and dig deeper, ask questions, and start looking at things with fresh eyes. If you found value in today's video, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. And remember, I'll be back soon with more insights, hard truths, and the kind of conversations that matter. Don't miss it. This is just the beginning. Stay tuned, stay curious, and I'll see you next time.